Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, under 20 carbs per day. And you know what? It works. So, this is me recording post-storm, at least the big one that everybody knew about. Even Skylar in another country way overseas knew about it and asked me if I was safe. Thank you, Skylar. Anyway, I made it through the storm, and not so much in a power going out, trees crashing in roofs and stuff like that. I made it through with food, which is why most of us are here. You aren't here to see if a tree fell on my roof, or me, like the Wicked Witch, which some people might still call me. But I made it through food-wise, and I was a little hesitant, anxious about how the day would roll out, because there's something about knowing that you're in the house and you can't leave the house that makes you want to leave the house, right? Even if you wanted a guilty pleasure day at home with all kinds of funny shows to watch, or at least, guilty pleasure shows to watch, and you can't do it, then you want to, you can't go out, you want to. So as I was leaving my 12-step meeting, it was beginning to do the snow thing. So it's like, okay, it's 8:30 a.m. So I just went home and hunkered down. And then it kind of turned to sleet, and then it kind of turned to rain, but the winds were wicked. And so I did not go out to the earthy, crunchy place with my friend for breakfast, as I usually do on Tuesdays, because she wasn't there. And so I decided to have my one meal day again, and going from dinner to dinner. Now, dinner here at at Miss Pearls of Wisdom's house is a whole lot earlier than dinner for what I call normies. So I had planned corned beef and cabbage for later on in the week, and I said, what a perfect day to make this. So I made it, and we had it at 2 o'clock with a Netflix very, very, very quirky movie. And so it was corned beef and cabbage and turnip and carrots. I didn't have potatoes. And as I said to some of you, the nutritional database from the government shows cabbage having 60 grams of carbs and 40 grams of fiber. And it's like, what? For regular green cabbage, it was an organic cabbage and organic carrots. And so it just didn't make sense to me, but I knew I was having it anyway. It's cabbage, right? And so I was going back and forth with a woman named Romina, who sent me a couple of comments yesterday. And, we were talking about, it's amazing where some carbs can lurk. And I found that, of course, with the squashes. So anyway, I made that. So headed at 2, done by 2:30. And the rest of the day was just a Poland Springs water and the water that I have with lemon in it, with a tablespoon of the Lakewood organic lemon juice in it. And I was perfectly fine, and it felt great. It's the recipe for me, a mid-afternoon big meal of the day, to go from that to the next day. It's perfect. And I was home. And so I did a real quick 3-minute video about keto accountability, because I was kind of anxious and about, how it was going to play out, because Ms. Slick is my food addict, and she lives up here, and she never misses an opportunity to start playing on me about how you might as well have 2 meals, you're home. And so I held fast, and the magic of accountability is the most amazing thing, no matter what food plan you're on. If you feel a little bit teetering, just putting it someplace out there on a Facebook webpage, keto website, or even on a YouTube, finding some site, the responses that I got, the people that came out to comment, saved me and kept me keto adapted and keto accountable all day long. And it kept me on my goal of the one meal for the day. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. Thank you for all of you that sent your comments along the way. Because once you say to somebody that you're not going to do something or you're going to do something, I don't know how it is for you, but I then become accountable, even if it has nothing to do with somebody out there, somebody that I've never met that's on a website. And so out of the woodwork, they came with wonderful comments and support, and the messages of you're not alone, and I've been there myself, and things like that. So if you find yourself in a shaky place, be it Weight Watchers, be it, keto, be it low carb, high fat, and you go on to one of their usually Facebook pages, you could print that. You can state that, and the support that will follow will carry you. For me, that's my most shakiest ground, is when I'm starting to play with the idea of eating more than I need to. That has nothing to do with hunger. It has to do with boredom. Boredom is the headless horseman that gets to me first. Boredom, restlessness, irritability, discontent, those things can really play on me and start making a little meal seem like an okay thing. Now, in the scheme of things, to the rest of the world, to those people that don't have food addictions, it's no big deal. It's like, so have the cheese stick and the stuffed celery with Neuchâtel cheese. Oh my, what is your problem, Sarah? It's no big deal. I mean, what is that, 200 calories worth of stuff? Nothing dangerous. Go ahead and have it if you want it. Well, the want really is Ms. Slick wanting it. Not my stomach. It's not growling for food. It's perfectly fine. So, I just thought that was just very, very interesting. And I thank all of the people who stepped forward to say, be safe. I went through that too. You wouldn't believe what I used to be addicted to, and all of those good things that just helped me. It just carried me over that little bit of a river known as a full day at home, where you can't leave the house because of the storm. And so I made it through. I woke up today, and because of all the pelting rain, the grounds are bare. The full moon was out. You'd never know that we went through that period of time. So today I will carry on. Very grateful that I didn't cave. Very grateful that I didn't have a bite. Very grateful that I still weighed and measured my foods before I had them and tracked them as well. And so it was a clean, abstinent, keto, one meal day. And I thank you, my pickles. You got me through. You have no idea what it means to me when I'm shaky and I need accountability. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, with Keto Under 20. Keto accountability under 20. It works. Ask for the help. It will come. Bye-bye for now.